face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. Talk your face off. To talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off.
That was the most professional start ever. Well done. On time.
Thank you. Welcome.
And press the button well. You did a good job pushing the button.
Hey,
It was your time to
it's
shine. You grabbed it and you took a hold of it and said,
yeah.
"Here I go."
Here I go. Let's go.
Like this. I have
That's
an iron behind my head. My wife said I can't move my head.
nice.
It's iron hidden.
I like it.
Center myself in these posts here.
Yes. Nice. How's it going?
It's good.
Did you get a nap?
I did. I just got out of the
Nice.
shower, so I feel somewhat awake.
Fresh?
Yeah. Oh man, it's a brutal day.
Yeah.
Brutal day driving.
Right on.
Charging
Yes.
batteries.
Ooh. Camera batteries.
All the battery chargers in the world on your desk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm in Wisconsin. Yay. Went through
Yay.
the snowstorm or winter storm warnings my whole drive here down
Yeah.
through Chicago. Maps, I love it how you like choose to go around Chicago. Like, here's your options. These two take the exact same amount of time. This one goes around Chicago. Bam, do that one.
Yeah.
It just changes and sends you through Chicago without telling you. It's just like, you're going through Chicago anyway. Stupid. Why even let me choose, Apple? Why?
Yeah. I know, right? They're like, and no. So, did you see the comment from RC Jeep guy? I have no input on that. Sorry, dude. He was asking about metal axles for the Sen for F450. Do you know anyone who makes those?
I don't.
Yeah.
I thought
have no
Chaos
idea.
was going to for a bit, but I feel like they still could because the F450 and the monster truck and all those run the same axle. They could have come out with one, but
Yeah.
they only ever did the ends that I know of.
Mm.
So I did the ends and I did the hardened diff case as well, so that it wouldn't separate as much. Oh, look
Nice.
at Hart says we're so unprofessional.
Oh, what a jerk.
I know.
He's unprofessional. It's moving to Russia.
Yeah.
Now, so, what was I going to say? So our mountains out here had an actual blizzard warning.
Yeah.
They put a blizzard, yeah, I guess because we had high winds and I don't know, but I know the mountains out here are getting pounded with snow. I haven't looked. I should probably look at my weather app because it's funny. I don't know if it's out there. Yeah, Dirtburger says they're getting a major winter storm in the Oregon coast. So I don't know if where you're at, if the weather's so like volatile. Because like out here, we're Pacific coast, and it changes from minute to minute. I mean, they can tell us it's going to be snowing and being crazy, and then it'll be all sunny and bright. You know what I mean? They rarely get it right. And I've seen in the last week and a half, the weather has modulated from 7 degrees as a low to like 20 degrees as a low, and anywhere from like 5 to 8 inches in the evening to a trace in the evening on the same nights. Like it's been going all over the place. So we'll see. I'm excited
for
for
Matt's off-road recovery right now. What's the weather?
yeah.
Let's start with the weather at the beginning.
Yeah. No, it's I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I love getting big snow. Yeah. I love getting snow.
Well, I'm bumming because we're supposed to get it in Michigan, and I'm not there. Like, I drove through it. Like this morning, I was sliding across the railroad tracks down the hill toward the main road, going, "Oh, I hope I stop," and I did.
Nice.
But I had a hard time getting going again to get onto that main road.
Yeah.
I just whip the back end out and hope you get traction eventually. But
Are
yeah, it
you
was a
are you in
brutal
your
ride.
truck?
7 hours. I took my truck.
Okay. Doesn't that have all-time all-wheel drive no matter what, even if you don't want it too bad? I thought you had a problem with that or something.
I can't turn off traction control.
Oh, that's right.
That's all.
That makes it less fun to drive in the snow.
Which is sucky.
Yeah. Much harder to get sideways.
Very less fun. Like you start to have fun and then it's like, no. I was gonna run out to the truck and get my AirPods, but it's cold up there.
Yeah, you're a little laggy on my end.
Country and sweet. As
It
quiet
has
or
awesome
laggy?
internet. Laggy. I feel like you're dropping frames like crazy. Maybe not. Maybe only for me. I don't know. How's the video for the other peeps? I don't know if anyone says over here now. I switch back and forth to give us both YouTube credit. Thanks, Dirtburger. 20 feet or 20 inches.
And on here, it looks pretty broken up.
Yeah, Harley says very laggy. Just me or Tony? I feel like I look good.
No, it's me. I can see it because I have my on the LTE. I'm supposed to have LTE. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
I'll make sure. Oh, I was on the Wi-Fi. Let's see if this makes it better.
Hopefully.
Dang, nabbit. LTE should be better than Wi-Fi at the hotel.
I'm always smoother than Tony.
Tony's
These old
jumpy, you're
lips.
smooth, Pablo. Gosh.
It's just the way I roll.
Well, we'll see.
So
maybe that'll make it better. But
let's talk about your scale bashing. So I'm excited because I'm starting to be like, okay, which trucks am I going to get charged and ready for this snow action? And I asked my son, yeah, well, I don't have those tires on it, but I could put those tires on it. I don't even have that body on it anymore. I have the white Chevy body on it now. Wanted to preserve the Dennis Anderson original.
We'll just grab those tires and stick it on an LT and call it good.
Yeah, no, I probably will. Yep. So I'll probably do that. And then the UDR, when it's like an inch deep, I'm going to go ham with the UDR out there. Make some of those big snow pows where it's like snow everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's a good thing to rust up the bearings in that because they're also accessible.
Yeah. Rust. We don't have salt out here. That's only for you guys.
Don't need salt to rust.
Mine are good. It's already rusty anyway. Now I'm going to take out the UDR. I'm going to take out, I don't know, probably one of these trucks. Oh, the Rift. We haven't driven the Rift much. I do that.
Oh, that would be fun. That's a torque beast.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Yep. And then I'll probably take this one out. So I didn't mean to cut you off. Well, let's talk about your scale bashing.
No,
first, and then I'll show you.
There. We're talking about snow.
Well, okay, so
I have plans for the snow as well. I started getting ready my Kyosho Trailblazer thing, whatever it's like the Blizzard, but without the plow on the front. The one that's like a trail truck looking thing, like a Unimog on tracks.
Nice. That'll be fun. For 30 seconds. You'll be like, yeah, well done.
Yeah, that's fun while it lasted, kids.
Yep, got my short video and my Instagram reel. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just need to make a little mound of snow and have it done.
Yeah. So speaking of snow videos, there's a channel that I've been watching, and it's a small channel. and I don't watch all his videos, but they're pretty good. It's what's called Dalton's Alaskan Adventures, and it's just all like scale trucks going in snow trails, and it looks really good. Like I'm
Huh.
like, oh, this looks awesome. And the scale trucks are, I mean, it's no music, no talking, just quiet
Just
snow.
cool.
Yeah.
So RC Nixter is like that. Have you seen his
Uh-huh.
stuff?
Uh-uh.
RC Nixter.
No.
You'd like it. He's
Maybe
in like Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, where the reindeer
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Is it? How do you spell it? Oh, there it is. I'll have to look it up. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, same kind of stuff. The Dalton's Adventures is pretty rad. I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. Um, it's pretty cool. Like it's the cars are very scale and well shot. Um, and it's just they all have lights. I mean, I know you're not a light guy, but
Who said
the
that? I love lights. They're my favorite.
yeah, right. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I think I'm pulling it up. Dalton's Alaskan RC Adventures. Okay. Now I can share the screen. Let's see. Present. Very riveting. We should put music to this. Share screen. Window. This one. Share. So it's
He's
just
actually in Newfoundland. I was wrong. Sorry.
so this is like the videos he's got.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're all. I
Oh, they
guess I
look
could.
real, man.
I know. Like I guess I could play it, right? Can I play it, or do I get in trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Just skip through it.
Okay. Hold on. Can
You have ads.
I hate ads. Skip. Okay. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
He does some cool stuff. Look at this.
That doesn't scale because there's a big fence, but
Yeah, shut it. Here you go.
his
There.
face, his foot looked really scale.
And this isn't even like the other videos he had are this is a bad representation. This one. Do I have to sit through another ad? Look at that.
That looks good.
Yeah, like all the cars just they look good.
The one in the back
Of course
struggling.
I know. Of course I like stopped on the one slow part.
Is it shot in 4:3?
I don't know. I must be because it's that weird squareness. Yeah. Maybe that's why I like looking at it because it's just old school.
This is different. Rounded
Yeah.
corners and I guess all YouTube videos have rounded corners. It's just square-ish.
Yeah. They just look cool, like going on these little trails. I like the mountains,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Fun to watch. I haven't looked at any of the. Sorry, guys, I haven't been looking at any of the comments aside from Tony being on dial-up.
Am I still jumpy?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe
I
a
think
little
he's the
bit.
only Alaska channel
No, now
I
you're jumpy again.
saw.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Oh, how do I stop sharing this? Stop it. There. Boom. Yeah, so tell me about your razor bashing.
Oh man, I love that thing. Yeah, it's not gonna be for everybody.
Yeah.
When I jumpy.
Oh, you're crazy
Yeah.
jumpy. Super jumpy. Super jumpy.
Is it bad?
Hey, It's not.
It's
It's
really
not good.
bad.
It's not good.
I'm not talking now. Is it crazy?
Oh, now he's gone. He's melting. Sick footage. Yes, the 4.3 is pretty cool. It's kind of neat to do a little change on it. I see Tony in the background. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Uh, I'm back. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Maybe it's a solar flare. You guys got me back now? Yeah? Says there we go. I see my frames going up. Let's see. New con- We lost Pablo. No, I'm back. Can you see me? All good? All right. We'll see what happens with Tony. We'll see if he goes and asks for room service or gets a better connection. So I guess I'll just hop into what I was gonna say is we went racing this weekend and it was awesome. So we got the whole family out. My son went and my daughter went, and we were all laggy. Hey,
Is it
that
better?
seems it seems better. Sounds better. Now you're loud. Oh, jeez. What are you doing?
What's it? Ah,
Is this your first time? Welcome to the live, Tony. Now you're frozen again. I don't know what he did. Better so far. Welcome back. Now you're
everybody
frozen.
gone.
Hey,
Everything's
there you go.
going. I was gone. You were gone.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know what we said.
Cruiser or Razor.
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
It's awesome. I love that thing. It's not going to be everybody's favorite. It's very tippy. I would never drive it on cement. I would probably try not to drive it in grass in most cases. So
In
if you
most
don't have
cases, dirt is a little sketchy, and gravel, I wouldn't drive it in gravel.
yeah,
Mud, I would second think it. Uh, what's left?
yeah, dirt, gravel, anything loose,
Ah,
anything loose
nice.
is what I would do because it does want a traction roll, but at speed, you can do it in grass if you know to let off and turn. Like
Yeah,
it's
you got to roll the turns. Yeah.
it's the cornering that'll kill you if you don't know what's going on. Rocks.
Yeah.
I like
Harley
rocks.
says, I like rocks.
I like rocks. Have you seen that one comedian guy where they're I don't know. That everybody uses it for Instagram. Well,
Yeah, I know.
I won't say it on here.
Yeah.
Politically correct, but yeah. I think it's cool. Like there's something to me about the scale bashing now that I just love. So I decided to get out my big camera. I needed to test it anyway because I hadn't used it in a little while.
Yeah.
And so make sure put everything through the paces. And we haven't heard it yet, right? My wife slapped me, but the yeah, I think it's really cool. I know a lot of people like when I post it are always like, I hate, it's the worst thing ever or whatever. But
I hate you.
yeah, why would you post that?
Ugh. Like
So
it's the worst car ever.
I guess it's probably like what the UDR is for people where I look at it, I'm like, man, I rolled it over so much. But when you get it in the right spot and it's just
100%.
yeah.
110%.
You have to choose and so when I get one of those kind of cars, usually I'm wanting to just tear it open, and just, so I'm just used to driving like the low C10s and that. So when I get the UDR,
Yeah.
I try to drive it like that and it doesn't.
Right.
I just knew the limitations of this going in. I looked at it and I'm like, this is heavy. Like it's got a big old cage.
Yeah.
I think like there were shots I didn't even put in there where it's going through the grass, and you just watch the suspension now, and the car's like kind of just hovering, and you're just watching the wheels bounce. Like
That's awesome.
so
Yeah.
good, you know. And I'm like, it just looks super cool. So I just enjoy running it. So I'll do more videos like that. I love doing those kind of videos anyway.
Yeah.
But
That's what I love about the UDR and my Baja Ray is doing videos like that. The problem that I have with it though is it's so hard to shoot because it's so fast.
yeah,
And it's hard to stay in focus because it's so fast. You know what I mean? Like even tracking it, it wants to jump focus a little bit, and it's like, and then if you shoot it from so far away so that you're wide and getting everything, then it looks all grainy when you zoom in, when you punch in on post to get it. But I love the way it looks going through. Like the UDR for me, at first, you remember, I was like breaking it left and right, and I just wasn't having a ton of fun. And I was taking it on an 8 scale track, and it looked cool. But then when I got it to the beach and I put it on 6S, I was like, this is like my new favorite thing. Like it's so awesome. So awesome. Hitting the
I feel the same way
berms.
about the Rift too. Like the Rift is super fun in the right place.
Yeah.
If you're just taking out and you're trying to jump it or do anything, like you're gonna hate it. Like it's gonna be your least favorite thing ever because
Sure.
it's unwieldy in certain types of uses. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just cool that there's so many different RCs for different uses that we get to choose from. So
Yep.
and everybody, if you don't like that style, get something else. I just
Yep.
like I did the big jumps, the BMX jumps things for a long time. I enjoyed it, and then I just got tired of breaking stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also when I realized like I'm not really controlling this thing, like it's just we're throwing it through the air, just trying to hit the jump at full speed and see what happens.
Right.
Once I realized that I could control it and do what I wanted in kind of cool ways, that became more just fun to run. Like, and then at the end of the day, when I put it away back on the shelf, and it's like not in a bunch of pieces, I'm like, man, that's awesome. Go back tomorrow.
Yep. So I just wanted to throw that Haywire RC up. So it says he's new to the channel. I don't know whose channel he's watching on, but welcome either way.
Yep.
You'll like my channel more than Tony's. And currently, I'm just kidding. Currently, he doesn't have any scale bashers, but he's making a trophy truck, which I think is cool. I don't know if he's welding it together or what, but he's going to be bashing it, giving it that scale look. So welcome to the live world, my friend.
I still want to do a theme truck.
Yep.
But I also just saw my Kyosho videos from the other day. One of them popped up, and I'm like, I need to run that again.
So my kids and I don't know what got us, why I looked at, so I had to, so I picked up the kids and then we went to the shop really quick and I had to unload all the tools in my truck and then I jumped on the computer to do our screen or whatever. And it was, then Instagram came up and me and the kid just went through watching the old Instagram videos that we've done. And man, it was so much fun going through, seeing some of that old stuff and being like, that was cool.
Yeah.
Surprising how like it entertained me. So I was like, it's pretty entertaining. Just scrolling through and kind of going through all that kind of stuff.
He's building it. He's on your channel. He said, that's cool.
Right on. So speaking of trophy trucks, there's some changes coming to our program.
Dun, dun, dun.
And, well, we now have 3 racers in the family.
Oh, yes.
My daughter got into it. And now it's like, okay, so got to get everyone set up. So there's a truck going on the chopping block. And I should have put the matching wheels on it because I was going through different wheels, checking them out, seeing which wheels I was going to put on it. And the body's not mounted to it.
Which truck is it? You're about to show? Oh.
Yep. Let's see. I'll go full screen. Not you.
Hi.
Not you. How do I go full screen to myself? How do I go full screen to myself, Tony?
Just click on your profile at the bottom underneath you. That's me.
Nope. Boom. There we go. So this one, are you out now?
You might have sent me.
No, you're still there. Shut it. So this one's going to be on the block with these wheels and your favorite tires, but these work really good for U4. It's hard to see at this angle, but it's a trophy truck and the underside is all tube. So it's got the all tube and it's got the side panels on it.
What's it based on? What platform?
This is the Baja Ray.
Oh, nice.
So but it's going to have these wheels on it. So it's going to look more 4400. So this one's going on the chopping block. I was thinking about rebuilding the cage, but I think I'm just going to keep it. And it's going to, I don't know where I'm going to post it for sale. I think it's going to go on Facebook. I might post it on something else, but we'll see. Oh, what's going on? Oh, thanks. What front end is that? It's the Baja Ray, and it's just all steel chassis built on the Baja Ray. So that will be funding our race program as we move forward. So he's making. I see something about aluminum.
They're talking about welding.
Oh. Yep. Welding is fun. I saw some about aluminum. I don't know if people are trying to weld out of aluminum. Not advise it.
I don't typically go through my own old videos. What happens is there'll be a comment on one, and I'll pull it to respond to it. You know, it'll pop up on my phone. I'll tap on it, and it'll just start playing. And then I have to say latest comment or newest comment, and it'll be playing. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. And yeah.
Yep.
That's usually how it happens.
And then I go down a rabbit hole because I'm like, oh, it's by this time. And then I went through and yeah. David Ferris says, maybe sell it to a viewer. How much you want? Send me a message. Probably not as much as you would think. Lower than RTR cost. So there you go. And it's got all the RTR electronics in it. Hold on a second. My daughter's trying to talk to me on the live. What? Are you yelling at me? Okay. I like how he's just yelling. Hey. Spiderweb and bombs. Yes, I put spiderweb and bombs on it. So you guys think of new Big Rock. Is it out yet?
Just the big one, right? The 6S one or the big
4S, I thought. Yeah.
No, they did the 6S one.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it in person.
Huh.
Like I used to go to Hobbytown to see all that stuff in Virginia. We don't have a shop that just readily carries and has all of those out. Riders is probably the closest, and I don't know if they have that there or not.
Oh.
I saw some. What did I just see there?
I haven't seen anything like. Well, I guess our Hobbytown posted a picture. One of them, they got a ton of Arma stuff in, like stacks of it, but I didn't know what was in it.
That's how it was there. They'd have a whole row of them, and they were all like zip tied to the shelf, so they wouldn't walk easily. But you could just go and take a look at everything, and so I missed that place. It was awesome for that. I haven't had a look at it. I did make an RC purchase that is going to surprise quite a few people, I think, on here. Did I tell you about it? Well, you probably saw it. Did I post on Instagram? I posted on Instagram. You didn't see that I got the VRD?
Oh yeah, I didn't know you. I didn't know you bought that. I thought it was just being a fancy influencer.
No, I bought it.
Nice.
I was at Crawler Space RC, and he's closing his crawler track. He's been getting into like the mini Z racing and all that.
Mm.
And so he was closing down his crawler area to open up some space, and he was just giving away rock and clay and all that stuff. So the boys and I went up
Sweet.
to grab some of what was left, and it's a lot of smaller stuff, which was actually perfect for us because it was going to go on a 24 scale outdoor course. And then he had it there, and I had happened to have driven one the night before, and it was amazing.
Wait, are we talking about the stance or are we talking about the kit?
Stance.
Mm.
The carbon one. Sorry. The kit.
That's the kit.
Kit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got
Amazing.
Carbon kit. Yes.
Amaze balls.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So, like, I said at the beginning of the year, I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff.
And you're not going to do any kits.
I'm a +1.
Like, I don't want to do any kits.
I haven't. Yeah. There's been no negative of the collection, just +1, unfortunately, at this point. So I need to get selling. So, but yeah,
that's awesome.
It was so good. Like, so I don't typically like 1/10 scale comp crawling. Like I've said that before, right? And I think it's because the 24 scale, the way that they just drive on the rocks for me, I can't get my 10 scale to do that as far as the smoothness of the flexing and driving. Like 2 scale it up to 10 scale does not happen the same way, which is weird. See that bushing out. I had to take out the bearing to replace it with bushings and give me a discount.
Yeah, it was too heavy.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, so I can't get him to handle it the same way. So I could never be competitive. Like I can get my 20 skills pretty competitive at this point.
Yeah.
Group, but not the 10th. Well, I drove that thing, and there were lines people were struggling with all night, and I just walked up and hit it first try with that thing. I was like, dang, this is wicked. It's like it just handled like my. This is gonna be weird to say. It handled like my 24 scale comp crawlers did.
Well, I can imagine.
I don't know if that's a good thing to say or not. If that's probably not a selling feature, is it, Harley?
Blasphemy.
So, but my 10 scales always roll. They don't perform like I get the 24 scale ones too, and it's just because I never really tried or set them up that way.
Right.
I don't know, and it's more. I feel like it's more technical with the 10 scale, like the weight and all that. Like we just go like nuts with brass and whatnot on the. You know, I get rid of the shocks, springs, and just let it just kind of
droop out. Yeah, get all floppy.
But he had this thing, and he just built the kit and put in a Hobby Wing Fusion. He threw some J Concepts tires on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just stock foams even, but it just handled so stinking good, man.
That's awesome.
I think they were Tusks. No,
I've heard the
Ruptures.
Okay, I've heard the Tusks are bomb.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I was really surprised when I drove the Phoenix Portal, is how it was very predictable. The way I had mine set up for suspension, super predictable. The thing I like about, and I think it's probably what you like about your 24s, is when you set them up the right way, it feels like the axle wants to reach for the next rock.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so with that, the way I have mine set up, it's super soft but firm at the same time. Like it's soft dampening. Yeah, exactly. And so it feels like it just like stretches for the next rock. It's like a cat stretching for the next rock every time. I really like that feel.
He was exiting the box, and he'd come off and he'd have it actually like hang on the rear axle, and kind of, it was wild, and like it just. super nice. So anyway, after driving it, which was a bad idea to do.
Like, I regret this decision. Yep.
I was just going to get the ready to run, and now I don't think I can. I gotta. But luckily, they're pretty easy builds. So
I was going to try to finagle. So there's the call to crawl. I don't know if he's going to be watching or not. Been trying to get a hold of him. And I was going to try to see if I could work a trade deal with him, because we're going to do, they have that We Rock stuff up here now. There's a group starting, and me and my kid want to do that. Me and Dalton want to do it. And so I have a set of axles for both of us or no, I need one more front axle and then I could do it. But I was going to try to work a deal with him for building one to get one of his kits. Because he bought like 10 of the Trucks of Wonder or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Trucks of Fortune. I don't know what it's called. But anyways.
You do know what it's called. You just don't want people to know that you're a fanboy.
I am a fanboy.
Intentionally slang. I know it.
I know. I have a...
Whatever it is. Trucks of...
I'm going to put a V tattoo right here. Just maybe, yeah.
That was for V10. What?
I don't know. Barbed wire wrapping around my V. But I haven't got a hold of him yet, but I wanted to do that to build that based off of. And then the Fusion that you were talking about, I'm thinking about doing those. So I was talking to Andre at Scale Metal Supplies, and he was saying about the battery size. It's bananas. He was telling me that they're using the 400s, the little 400 size 3S batteries to run, and I'm like, what? That is tiny.
For a 10
so, yeah.
No
they're
way.
like, yeah, he said they're comping with 450s.
No way.
600s. Yep.
No way.
Yep, you're Canadian now.
Pretty much.
For sure. For sure. So I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. But
yeah.
No, so that was my original plan. I was going to build 2 of those trucks. Yep, Harley says 450s to 800, 3S, 4S packs. So that was my original thing.
Short course, that would work.
Yeah, they're normally only 10-minute runs. So
not even probably. They're probably 3 to 4.
Yeah. So that was the original plan, is I was going to build 2 of those, because I already had the parts. Basically, I just needed some power, a motor and all that kind of stuff. I have some, but I was going to go with the Fusions because they're all in one.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it'd be fine for what I was going to do. I really wanted to try is it called the Python X? The Furatech Python? Because that's a small ESC and it's got all the programming in it. I think it's called the Python. I don't know. But I wanted to get that, but then I started looking at the Fusions instead. And then everyone started racing. And so now it's like, ooh, now we got to figure out another ride. So hence the Baja Ray going on the block. And this last race, remember how I've been talking about getting Dalton a new radio? Well, this last race, we go to plug them in for practice, and channel 2 just wouldn't work anymore. And I'm like, seriously? So I had to pull the radio out of my truck, put it in his car, and then he had to run. This is the mid-season championship with not a brand new radio, but like a different radio.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was describing it to my wife. It's like riding someone else's bike. Like the handlebars never feel right, and the seat's in the wrong place, and you're just like, ugh. But he did all right. He did good. Took 3rd overall. So
nice.
Yeah.
I always said 6-minute course, no longer than that. Yeah, I figured that it's usually they have like a limit, like a time limit. You have to be done in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So usually you'd finish before that, but I was thinking drones, that's all you'd get out of that type of a pack, the 450s.
Yeah.
But you're also pushing a whole lot more, with those
a lot more RPM. Yeah.
So It's just like most things where the crawlers last forever on a 5,000 mile. So I could see it. I got to find a small battery for my hard part crawler, because I was running mine, but all I have are those Gen Zace 400s, and they stick out of the front of it. So stupid looking. Like
Mm.
the cool, body and all that, and then you got this huge battery in the front. So a lot of those guys end up just like strapping like little 250s or whatever to their um
250s?
to their servos. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean this is
tiny.
for 24 scale.
Yeah, but still, that seems like that wouldn't last long.
It'll probably barely make half of the course that we do. Like we do 2 courses, so you'd have to have 2 batteries. It'd probably
Yeah,
make 16 gates.
yeah,
Uh, so
yeah. So I was looking at the revolvers too, and I have that Mamba X Micro that I was thinking about running with it. I just really want the FOC function because I really Harley's talking about wet motors. Um, I really like the FOC because of what I do with the 24 scale. That FOC is just so awesome. And so because these are going to be
he
trucks
doesn't
that I
have control, so he needs the ESC to control it for him.
yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
just sit there and sit there and
yeah.
wait and watch it.
He doesn't want to have to try and anticipate adding extra throttle when he
No.
just wants to hold it and let it do it.
Yep. That's the challenge. You just trim it up and then just steer. Don't get stuck. Just
Yeah,
go. That's what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Cruise control.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have a revolver though. If you did want to do a revolver,
Oh yeah. See, the thing I don't like about revolvers is that I'm out in the Pacific Northwest. And I didn't think you could run an outrunner like that in the water. Like I don't think it's good for it.
it definitely you wouldn't want to go in like mud and stuff. Like you,
Right.
yeah,
Well, and I'm
do a
assuming
little bit.
what's that?
You could do a little bit of water.
Yeah, well, and I'm assuming that most of these tracks when we do our tracks courses when we do them will probably be damp or wet.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to sink it, but
No, no. And these courses wouldn't have that type of water crossing. But I just mean there's probably going to be water on the tracks or on the course somewhere.
diffusions are heavy, like you said.
Yeah,
They're a weighty motor.
yeah,
A lot of casing.
yeah. Cardboard Crawler says, "Don't drive your comp rig in the water," but it looks so scale.
Well, it's not necessarily comp rigs what you're doing either. You're just doing cool videos.
Well, these rigs are built for comp, is what I'm
Oh,
doing.
okay. Oh,
So these are
you
built
guys have mud in your comps though, don't you?
not that comp. So this We
Oh,
Rock stuff is like straight up like trials crawling. Like
ah,
so
ah,
and they're gonna but what I'm just saying is it's likely out here that there's gonna be standing water and rock crevices. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like it's it's dry in the summertime and I think it's gonna be they said they're gonna try to do their first one in March, I
I think
think.
you'd be all right with that if it's just damp stuff and it's not you're not submerging it.
Yeah, no, I don't have any plans on doing that with this one.
Yeah,
But
you should be right. I mean, don't quote
but
me.
but those little ESCs look pretty rad. I was thinking about that, the AM32s or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
But they're super tiny. I
The,
just I just don't like I don't mind it, but and I know I can get the OTC or whatever it's called, the Bluetooth deal for the Castle, but I don't know if that works with the AM32s. And that's the reason why I was looking at the Furatech one. I
that
re-
is that the homeless one?
yeah, I really like the Furatech what's it called? App for
Okay.
dialing in the car. It's super cool. Same with the Hobby Wing. So the Hobby Wing Bluetooth is rad, but I know the Fusion doesn't have it. Maybe the Fusion Pro, but the normal Fusion SE doesn't have it from what I thought. The Bluetooth.
I might have another one of those actual Furatech Outrunner ones I could send you.
Do you have that little 10 scale ESC?
Hmm.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'll look and see what I got.
Oh, Harley's already talking trash. Look at him. He's like, meh.
But it has
What's that?
it has FOC.
Yeah, it does.
But
It
yeah,
does. That's why I was looking at it. How waterproof are the FureTech mini systems?
new
Less
ones
than
are
waterproof.
the
Huh?
new ones. The new Python Pro is.
Is it? Oh, the aluminum case one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that Cedar inrunner motor is their waterproof one.
Nice. That's cool. I'm excited. We're gonna do the backyard. We're gonna get that into a testing grounds for the 24s now.
Nice.
We cleaned a bunch of stuff up when we did the videos for the LMT 18
Yep.
and cleaned it all up, and now we're gonna start setting up some stuff. There's the what's the name of it? I always forget about is it Elm, whatever that rock line is. They had King of Elm or King of Elba or whatever it's called, where they had like the flat rock wall going up. We're gonna make one of those on the side of here for the 24s. Should be pretty cool. Road trip to the Amigos Playground, Dad's RC Garage says. I know, everyone wants to come out here. Kaylin's asking if you've tried Mini Z racing.
I haven't actually raced them except with like a buddy. Like I bought two and we just raced them. Just put them down. It was fun.
Yeah.
And my kids broke them running around the house. And just the bodies. I have them still. I have two.
They're getting into them out here at one of our local hobby towns. Like, really getting into the Mini Z racing.
It's fun. Like they like I said, they're running them now here locally too in Grand Rapids. So I just haven't been able to get out. There's only so many things I can do, and I still just pick the 24 scale crawling when it comes down to choices. That's what I have fun doing. So, and we got a bunch of people coming out now. I think we had 45 trucks last week.
Whoa, that's a lot for an indoor one.
So, yeah, it's a full 3-hour event, like 3 to 4 hours on Thursday nights now.
I wish my racing was that short. We were there.
Yeah, people think it's long. They're like, oh, like when are they going to end and do the awards and whatever? I'm like, but
4 hours isn't that long. Our race days are 12 hours long.
Yeah,
12-hour race days.
I'm okay with doing the 3 to 4. It's the one night like that I do, and I go up there and I hang out. And when I'm done, I just like hanging out and watching other people and messing with them, joking about how they're not going to make it.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I would. Your truck can handle that.
Are you licensed to do that?
Yeah.
We got to do that. We gotta have someone.
Videos. We need to do those videos.
We gotta have someone send it in. So Aaron Moore says felony versus infraction.
Infraction all day.
All day.
Same
Which
tires.
ones?
They're not having to do. You can rotate tires. It's not even worth messing with.
Infraction's a truck, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That was fun.
bad.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Is the tire swapping, and you can do. I mean, you could set your other one up, I guess, to do the same. But the felony looks cool, but I think you have more options with the infraction, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Word.
I finished up. Speaking of 24 scale, two things. That hard park ready to run for $7.99. Did you see that?
Yes.
I tried to go buy one the minute I saw it, and they were already sold out.
Really?
Yeah. So I haven't finished mine yet, but it did spur me on to finish mine. I missed it. Stephanie was being bad.
No, just I think it might have been spam because it had nothing to do with the talk. So
Yeah.
Do you know Stephanie?
Nope.
Okay. Sorry.
But yeah,
It seemed like a pretty cool rig.
it looked good. Harley hasn't sent me one of his yet, so I figured that was gonna be the closest thing I was gonna get. So I just was gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was sold out. But I did finish. Mine had issues when I finally finished it. I was excited. I went to drive it, put the new motor in after the first, because I got it running, but it was I sold that motor. I think I told the story, and then the guy was having binding issues. Everything was binding.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ended up, messing up the motor. Just the pinion, it just popped it, and it would, once it's popped, it's not going to be tight anymore. So I glued it, hoping it'd work. Didn't. So I took it home, swapped it out. Then the whole transmission locked up. I'm like, what the crap? What happened was the screw in the drive shaft broke and then popped out and then jammed into the spur.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. It was weird. It just snapped in the drive shaft and then pulled out the end of it that was not broke, because it broke at the threading.
Yeah.
The steel one. And so, yeah. Anyway,
crazy.
Fixed that. Now it's working. I actually did the comp with it. I think I took fourth. It was 4-steer, and it's still a little bit too much flex in it. I think the front, I need to shorten the suspension on it, the shocks on it a little bit, because it's wanting to twist. I'm okay with it in the rear dropping some, but the front I want to not twist up so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, it looks awesome. Like, it looks super cool.
See, that's what I want to get going with this We Rock stuff. Is I want to get a super. I like it because it's scale, and I like that look of it, and it kind of looks like a King of the Hammers style, but I know it's not. It's more Moab kind of I don't even know if I'd say that, but it's just more like hard straight crawler kind of style. And I like it that I think it feels like it's more focused on scale ability versus performance. And so that's right up my alley. I'm not about the performance. I mean, I am, but it's nice to have a good balance of it.
Yep.
And there's only so much things you could do on these that not for scale, but I don't know.
There's a lot of rules about the trucks, right? How they have to look and the weight requirements, all that.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. So there is on the big sanctioning body, our local group that's doing it is supposedly going to be lax on the rules, just to get people into it. I mean, that's the hard thing is it's a very niche. You can't just go out and buy one, right? You have to be able to make it. So it's a different kind of market that's doing it. So I get why the local chapter or group is being more relaxed on it. But that's also why I'm hesitant to start my build, is because they haven't come out with their full rules on what they want. But that's why I was looking at seeing if I could trade for one of those those Phoenix. What are they? The Fordyce kits that he had. I wanted to trade for a Fordyce kit because I like the way that the axles steer, and I wanted to just get those axles and then upgrade them later, and then do the transmission and all that. But if you try to buy the axles, I don't know if both front and rear are in stock. I remember last I looked, only one of them was in stock. So, and I'd rather just get out of a RTR and then upgrade them to the metal housings anyway later. So, I don't know anything. So RC Jeep Guy and David Ferris are talking about, I forgot what the brand that he was saying. I don't have any experience with that brand. He was talking about a brand that makes parts. If you can put it back in the chat, it'll pop up again. I saw it and read it, but I was waiting, and yeah, I don't have any experience with that brand. Otherwise, I'd help you out with it, but I don't know anything about it, man.
I saw
So-
Pat Smahi had said something about racing. Fun, but it is a long day, he said.
Yeah, too many. So that's a thing I see in my future. I am having fun racing, but I am not competitive. I like at all. Like I'm just not fast enough, and I think it's probably skill, like a lot of it, but then also setup on my truck is probably. I realize setting once you get your car set up right, it makes a big difference. And I have spent zero time on my setup, zero time, and it's all been like getting my kid on the track and wrenching on his truck and all that kind of stuff. And now it was cool because my daughter got into it, and so we did the loaner program again for my daughter. She was out there running, and the loaner program at Die Hard, you pay your race fee, which I think is $30. It's $10 to rent the car, and basically all you do is you pick up the car off the table, you go and race it, you put it back on the table when you're done, and they service it. They top off the battery. If any parts broke, they repair them. And you don't have to pay anything for it. This last race, we had a weird new format, and the guy that was repairing them had a race. And so I was like, hey, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll fix it because she broke a shock tower. And it was so much fun because he just handed us the part, and we both took the card apart, and she put it back together and got it back on the track. So it was fun doing that. But I can see myself probably getting less and less race time and being more crew chief time, which is all right. But, we'll see how that goes. The other cool thing, I have to go through and edit the video. I haven't put it on my computer yet. So what we did is I mic'd us up. So my daughter was on the stand mic'd, and I was mic'd. And then I called her with my earbuds to her earbuds, and we were talking while she was racing on the stand, and it was recording. Like it was like a crew chief talking to the race car driver out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it was so rad. Cause like there's like the best part. One of them was like, I saw her car kind of like weaving on the straightaway. And so I was like, hey, is your car pulling? And she just got off the straightaway. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, is it like, if you let go of the steering wheel of the wheels, it going to one side? She's like, I don't, and this is all like real time communicating back and forth as she's driving. And she's like, let me check on the next straightaway. And then she tried it, and she goes, yeah, it's pulling to the left a little bit. And it's like, all right, we'll fix it when you come back in. It's like just talking crew chief back and forth. So it's going to be cool to be able to, we're going to do that a couple more times. But I can definitely see like, oh, there's a crash coming up. Stay left. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be pretty cool. Yeah. Pan it, get through. So, but no, it's been a lot of fun doing that. So that's, like I said, that's the next step, is we're kind of getting set up. We're doing our first travel race next month. We're going to be going down to Portland to race. So that should be cool.
Portland,
Oregon. Hey, Don's in the chat. Your ears must have been burning because I was talking about you, Call to Crawl. I left a message for you, seeing if you wanted to do some trading for a Fordyce. I think you might have one. So, couple of kids at your guys' track with a factory mechanic, aka Dad. Yep, that's me. Somebody who stays on the stand for back-to-back classes, switches models, radio. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, never tried racing, not too much interest, but I do have a really good stock slash I set up. A track an hour away from us has a stock slash class. I've heard
nice.
Those are so much fun. And so we used to race them in our backyard, but I heard the stock classes are a lot of fun. So I'm getting an itch for, they have a dirt oval up north from us, and Die Hard this
Dirt oval stuff everywhere.
I know. And Die Hard just put in a dirt oval. They're going to be doing it this summer. But on the 27th, they're having a 250 lap stock/spec class race. And they're like, we don't know how it's going to work out. I'm like, how are you guys going to do that? Are you guys going to do like pit stops? And he goes, well, it's an open battery class, so we could do whatever, however it works. And I was like, dude, that sounds like that'd be fun. I've been watching it a lot, and it looks like a lot of fun doing the outlaws and the sprints and all that kind of stuff. What's up, JMSRC? But yeah, I think that would be really awesome. So, and you know what other car I realized fits in the oval class, Tony?
Team Associated?
The DK10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it fits in there.
Line?
Yeah, it fits in the stock class. And so all you have to do is change out the body mounts and the bumper. Ooh, pistachios. Yum.
Yeah. I was getting a little bit of,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But those look awesome. So I got a chance to go take one around the track last summer.
Battery will last 105 laps. Depending on laps.
What? How big is the battery?
Just how big is the track is the question.
Oh yeah, that's
Laps should be pretty quick.
yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it looks pretty rad. I mean, some of these cars, I forgot what class it was, but they're full on pitching into the corners and sliding around the corners. And I'm like, that looks fun. Like, I could see myself.
I really want Losi to make the sprint cars again.
Mm.
That would get me into it.
I mean, there's not much they would have to do, right? Like, it's pretty much a short course truck.
No, just their Ray. Take any of the Rays and
Yeah.
not the Rock Ray, but
Oh.
like the
Yeah.
Razor Ray and all that, the
Yep.
DB10 style or
Yeah. Yep.
yep.
Cardboard Crawler says you're going all night. Are you in a different time zone now?
Mm-hmm.
Central?
Yep.
So it's only 10 o'clock?
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, it feels like 11, but
Yeah, whatever. Suck it up.
good night, Pat. Yeah. Yeah, I needed some caffeine. It was a long driving day.
Yeah.
What else? Do I have anything else? No, I talked about my two main things. I was trying to think. 24 scale update.
I know we gotta try again with those segments. Bust
Yep.
it up. So
We did break it up a little.
yeah, maybe we'll do it next
Pretty
time.
good.
What's that?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's for the most part. I was trying to think of there's something I wanted to mention. I was thinking of earlier. I can't remember now. But
52 milliamp or 5200 milliamp 50C track 100 by 80. Wow. 2S.
yeah,
That's crazy. Oh yeah, did you do the trail axles on the LMT?
no time.
No time.
Busy week.
Oof. I did see Mr. Kilborn.
Yes, Kilborn did do it.
Well, that's not what I was going to talk about, though, if he's still in the chat. He got the Team Raffi rig that he said his reefs that he's going through. That's pretty sick. Like it's the U4 truck.
Yeah. So
That's pretty rad.
I saw Paul, formerly of Proline,
Will Height or whatever. Is that his
Yeah.
last name? Yeah.
is with Reefs now.
Oh, really?
Yep, he's their brand manager.
Nice.
Yep,
Nice.
just announced that today.
I should reach out. Be like, hey, brand manager. Let's do some brand stuff. They need a racing correspondent. I know
Right.
a couple people that could use a few more reef servos in their race cars, dude.
Oh,
I have the
off to the racers.
300 Olicridus in my stadium truck. It's fast.
It's so fast.
It is so
I
fast. Like,
it's so fast.
what's that?
It's too fast for me.
It is so fast. Like, I turned it down,
Fun time.
dude. I literally turned it down to 58 on my radio because it's so fast, and it's still so fast. It's still like like so fast. 2S, so fast. And
You don't flap in lips. Yes, I would. I will.
What was I going to say? The Dalton's running a 422 HD in his race car, and he's ran it for a full season and a half, and it's done fine in a race car. No, and this is like novice smashing class, like no servo saver, nothing, beating the snot out of it, running good. So I could see. I mean, it seems like a pretty good car. We're gonna need, so if like for race servos, I have a 400 SC that I'm gonna put in my 8 scale, but I need one more 8 scale and one more 10 scale or servo. And I know I talked a lot about trying other ones, and I tried those Hexfly ones, and they're decent. I mean, they're okay for trail truck stuff. But man, they're just, those Reefs ones are so smooth. I haven't ponied up and gotten like any of the other type, the high techs or anything like that, or Tekins. But
I have a ProTech in one of mine. It's nice.
yeah, well, Reedy
I
has
run
some
the
too.
Spectre ones too. They're race ones. The special race ones. I have that
Those
in my
silver ones.
yeah.
Yeah. Reedy has some too that I thought about trying out, but I'm pretty sure Reedy's probably a Reefs, maybe. So, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're good pistachios.
Delicious. Hey, why don't you have a couple more of those pistachios?
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you, have you ever gotten those boxes from nuts.com where they have like all the different types of nut snacks? They had a pistachio wasabi bag. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I popped a couple in my mouth at once. Wow. Not for the faint of heart. They were rough. Rough. So. Eco Power WP 120 servo, strong and fast for $70. It's a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I ran their smaller ones, when the $35 ones and the S&T 10s, and they work good.
Oh yeah, that's what I have on that Rift right now. The waterproof ones.
Yep.
Wasabi. Yeah, it was rough. Rough. Now so
I keep forgetting that I'm looking at the computer for comments, but everything else is up here. So I keep looking at you on here. Looks like I'm looking down, but I'm reading the comment. I have my laptop set up here.
no, it's all
Just
good.
the webcam on here sucks. So it's not even worth trying. It's amazing. You buy like $3,500 computer and the webcam on your phone is better. But
My camera seems to be pretty nice. Seems, and this is
We've
just
done
a
it.
Mac.
yeah,
I thought yours is newer than mine, the MacBook Pro.
nah, mine has the touch bar.
Ew.
I bought it. It's
Oh.
their chip in it before the Intel.
Oh, before the
Before they
M1.
went to M1, yeah. So
Yeah.
then I went and bought like a Mac Mini that was faster than this for like
I know.
$60. I'm like,
That's what I know. I just told my wife that. I was like, I think because I have the Hot Rod iMac, one of the last generations. It's not the M1, but it's the Intel iMac that's like
yep.
super hot rod. Like it's got quad processors and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And I was like, what's crazy? As I was like, I could buy an M2 Mac Mini, run an external hard drive and an external monitor and still be as cheap,
Competitive.
still be competitive for what I'm doing.
Yep. That's what I did in the studio at the house.
Yeah.
When I live stream up there, I just have a Mac Mini.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wanted my laptop to be portable and not just always up there. So,
Right.
but I always wanted to just be able to go up there and have the ability to stream or whatever, or edit it. I mean, it can edit as good as this laptop. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
Yeah.
in a year or two, the software and that'll advance past it and it'll lag. But I'm like, for $500,
Can't go wrong. And now they have the M2
you
chip.
could get
in
one
them.
every year for 7 years, and it'd be less than buying this laptop. You know, it's
I
like,
know.
have the new one. You know,
So for
on Dropbox, so all my files are just on the cloud. Just get a
Yep.
new one, take it in,
yeah.
log in Google and Dropbox, and everything's there.
Have you ever talked to the Apple business specialist before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
I would run the international media stuff for these guys, and yeah, we do a lot of purchasing.
it's funny because when I talk to them, they're like, "Yeah, for what you do, you're probably pushing it if you're running the same hardware for 3 years." And I was like, "Seriously?" They're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Just deal with it." And I'm like, "Awesome." You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think so. I mean, for video, yeah, because everything gets heavier, but I don't think the others.
well, my 3D modeling, 3D modeling gets pretty
It's
tough on
pretty
the
heavy.
computer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I do a lot of the 3D rendering
yeah,
and the big CAD stuff and big digital files and stuff like that. So it gets well, and I'm terrible. I don't know if anybody like do people really close down applications and then start another application? Like I'm terrible. I have all my applications open, just running like crazy stuff.
that's fine. LMT racing, yeah, I'll keep you posted. It'll probably be if we do it in the spring, because we'll probably do it outside.
Yeah.
At least right now, that's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
But it's a little cold now, and I don't have a good indoor location to run them.
The guy up here said they're gonna try to do the racing with the mini LMTs.
Did you see there was somebody that did them indoors, and they built a dirt track indoors for them
I did not see that.
for fun?
That's cool. That would be rad.
Yeah,
Dude,
so,
it did so awesome in my backyard on that packed dirt.
yep.
I'm thinking I should probably go out there. Okay, so what's a good way, aside from like good old fashioned elbow grease, to turn up my dirt in my backyard without a tractor?
What do you mean turn it up just to loosen it?
Yeah, because it's compacted. I mean, it's
I
got
use like a rototiller, like a tiller,
okay.
and just get one of the little ones and just run it over the
Yeah.
ground. If I did when there was grass, even just
Yeah.
kind of chew it all up and kind of loosen it up so I could mold it a little bit and rake it.
I'm scared to see how deep so I probably have I don't know how many yards, a lot of yardage back there of dirt, but it's so hard packed now and like compact.
Yeah,
I
you need
wonder,
to
but I
go-
wonder, yeah, but I wonder how thin it is. Like so when we first did the track, I laid felt down over the entire track and then
You don't-
gravel. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, so I'm like, do I just add more dirt and
Probably
just keep on? Yeah, but it's such a pain in the butt to wheelbarrow it all the way back.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
why you have kids. They
Yeah,
can't lift a very heavy wheelbarrow.
nah.
No.
No.
We got one of those ones with the big wheels, the really tall like
Oh,
wheels.
where they have two
Big-
wheels on either side.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah, yeah,
And they don't tip over as easy.
right. He's like, suck it up, Buttercup. Dude, I have shoveled and moved so many tons back there by hand. I'm over it. Like,
The
I-
track's been nice.
yeah. So, like, if you imagine, I don't know how many yards it is, but imagine like probably the size of a Volkswagen Bug, tall by wide or by long, like just that
Yeah.
volume, I've probably moved at least,
That's probably about 5 yards.
yeah, I've probably moved at least 4 or 5 of those piles over the last, I don't know how many, like I've had it up since 18 or 19. So I've probably moved 4 or 5 piles that big back there of just dirt. And then for rocks, I've moved a lot of rocks back there.
Hmm.
Big ones, like
Yeah.
a lot of
We just
rocks.
that we bought them, and then where our course is now, we just had to wheelbarrow them out of the truck. We carried them by hand over, put them into bins, and then took the bins and one by one put them into the wheelbarrows, wheeled it back, and I just dumped it for now. I'm like, it's winter. I'm not going to deal with it. I'll deal with it
We're at the
later.
tiller guys. A tiller guy.
Acres and acres of dirt.
Uh,
Yeah. That's what we used to do when we raced BMX.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I've been toying with putting dirt over there, but I have no weeds. It's so nice with the sand. That's the one bonus is like I don't have
Yeah.
stuff growing out of it as much. If I had put dirt down, all of that would have just been grass again.
So how do you keep your sand jumps? Do they just tear away after every time you play, or how do you keep them from?
The smaller ones have been, but the big one that
Uh,
I don't do anything. It just keeps it.
really?
Yeah, it doesn't. So the dirt when it gets rained on, it gets it erodes and whatever. The sand just smooths itself back out, and it's it's great. I don't do anything to it. I just can't walk on it. Like you can't
Yeah.
just put big old holes in it if you do. But
Yeah.
and then the other ones I just hit with a rake and
Yeah.
rake them back up.
I think I just
So
got to go through and do a hard rake on my track just to get it
you're
broken up a
packed tight
little bit.
so that you don't really get stuff growing in it though, right?
No, just like surface stuff, like stuff that I can take out with that little push hoe or whatever it is. Like there's nothing really big in there. And like I said, I have felt and gravel down underneath, probably 4 inches
Mm-hmm.
hard pack of that stuff. Um, but then again, I don't really know what the plan is. I think the reason why I'm like contemplating maybe doing the sand or maybe doing more dirt is because I could see doing mini LMT racing back there for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But I
Dirt,
also really want to do rally stuff back there too. The rally stuff is so much fun.
yeah,
Door to door racing, a lot of fun. But I got to have enough dirt that I can scoop up and make bumps out of. You know what I
right.
mean? And
Yeah.
I've heard
Well,
people
clay grows
use,
grass too. Like I mean, you can have grit clay, but our course, man, even if it's packed, if you don't keep on it, and it'll grow, and it clumps hard. Like when you does grow grass in it,
yeah,
yeah, those things when you
turns to
pull on it,
concrete.
oh man, yeah. So
Yeah, I have a big roller. I have like a 36-inch roller that has that you fill with water, and that's how I form all my jumps when I dress my track up all pretty. I use the roller to do that. But
mhm.
yeah, I kind of want to take out, like that's the other thing I thought about doing is taking out the bumps that I do have back there and then just making built jumps and bumps so I can like throw them down when we go out and play and then pick them up and then just reformat the track for the rally stuff. I've heard dish soap. I've heard of people mixing water and dish soap will
Yeah.
make the ramp stay together.
Well, we make like our weed killer out of like soap and things in order to try and not have it be chemicals too potent,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like vinegar and I can't remember what the thing is, but it's not supposed to be. It's harmful to you as far as like causing cancer and all that.
sure.
But also, like we know that there's wells and stuff underneath it that our water
Oh,
comes from.
yeah, yeah,
the other thing. I don't want to spray any weed killer over my courses because our well is underneath it.
Right.
So it's limiting there. Vinegar and Dawn. That's it. Yep.
So I don't really have much problems with weeds in my dirt. Like none that I can't just go and pop out real easy, like just a couple of them.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're all on the surface. It's mainly just getting the consistency down. It's really cool when we go out there and run for a while because my dirt is compact enough but loose enough that it shows ruts and it shows like the race line and stuff like that. Oh, it's so rad. It was a lot of fun. We were out there doing the rally cars.
Yeah. So I do use a flame weed killer.
Oh yeah, those are so much fun.
Yeah, the torches. So I use that on that whole back crawler course. Anytime stuff starts coming, I just hit it. And that's hard packed clay. So that's like straight clay that I put over there. And it still grows stuff in it. You know,
we don't have clay like you guys do. I mean, we do, but it's like deep down. It's like 16 inches down or deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can get some clay.
We want the water to go down.
Yeah.
Dirt, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of surface clay out here. Nope.
Yeah, so I just use the heat gun on that. But I also use it to dry it out because it holds the moisture so much.
Yeah.
And it's slick. And so I just use it as a way to dry the top coats too a little bit.
There you go.
So different than the courses that we run indoors with our minis because it's just like you wake up and the dew and all that. It's just always wet all day. So I have to try and dry it. But so I use that on that. But it's a pain to try and do it for that whole course area. And then you start getting the big clumps of weeds in that. And it's like,
How's the sand on the vehicles? Oh, you blow them out every time, huh?
Do what?
Sand?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a big air tank, and I just if it's wet sand, it sticks pretty good to stuff. But I'll usually just hit it with the hose real quick and then dry them off.
Right on.
Air. Yep.
Yeah, I have a compressor. It's awkward for me because it's on the other side of the house, and so I'd have to walk around the house. Hit with the compressor, walk through the house to my spot, put the cars back. Like, I thought about building a little compressor shed outside where our track is, so I can just blow them off there. Because it's ours. So ours is called 60.
Could you just run a long hose?
Yeah, we have a hose too. Oh, you mean a compressor hose?
From where it is?
I guess so, but I'd have to go through the house.
Oh, you can't go around the outside?
No, like where it is, there's not a really good.
Yeah.
Cardboard says he is a lot of lazy. Hey man, it's a lot of Nope. I don't like taking care of my cars.
Baking soda on the outdoor track. They just mix it in with the clay, or they just sprinkle it on.
Well, so like for me, what I do to make my ramps stay in place, when I put my dirt down, I mix it with Portland cement powder. And so I mix it like a 50-50 Portland cement, and then I make my ramp, shape it, hose it down, shape it again, let it sit overnight, hose it down the next day, shape it, and then it's like it lasts like that for a long time. And it's like straight up Monster Jam style jumps. But then when I have to move everything around, I have to take a pick to it. It busts up. It's like limestone or whatever. Like it gets hard, but then you have to bust it up and break it up to mix it back into the dirt.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible, but it's nice being able to do that.
That's a good idea.
But no, I thought about I like the idea of the sand because I like those shots that you had. The sand exploding all over the place. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's also like on a bash track, that's one thing. On a race track, it seems like it's like just hard to get traction and to go, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The other thing is when you walk through to flip the cars over, you put big old divots. So then you like running the minis.
Oh yeah.
Really tough. Yeah.
Then you got those big Sasquatch footprints in your racetrack for scale videos.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
Oh my gosh, Dirt Burger.
what do you say?
Having a dry summer, I was using a weed burner, caught a juniper on fire. I almost burned down a building.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just like a BMX jump, consistent maintenance needed. Yeah, that's that's how my backyard was. I brought this up already, but were either of you guys planning on picking up that new Element Enduro 12? I haven't talked about. We talked about it a couple weeks ago when it first came out.
Weird size to me.
Yeah, I'm not. No, no. I mean, if they sent one my way, I'd make some videos with it, but it's not. I just, nah, nah,
I mean, it's a good entry level, and I don't think that's where our need is right now.
no.
One more thing on the shelf, or a thing
Yeah.
that you have to go make content of, but you really don't. I've got other stuff I'd rather run and make content with.
Yeah. Now,
That's how I feel about a lot of things right now. It's like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but like, I've got all these really cool ones that would be way more fun.
yeah, yeah. But what that being said, 808 RC guy, I think it would be a cool rig if you're into that size and maybe are getting into crawling, because it looks like they made the right changes for that platform to be successful. So
Yeah.
I'll put it at that. But it doesn't really fit in my stable right now. I can't comp it with anyone. You know, like if I had two, then me and my son could probably go out and do a battle. But aside from that, it's just an odd size.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and Casitas Crawler says that he likes it, but it's an off scale, no parts.
Yep.
Yep. Size comparison of the Enduro 12 and the UTB 18. Oh, interesting.
Probably close.
Probably close. Yeah. That's interesting. Didn't think about that.
Yep.
I wonder what size that is. That'd be weird because like this is the 14th scale, and it's pretty small. You know what I mean? Like this is my phone next to it. This is the Reflex 14, the Huna truck, and it's pretty. I mean,
UTB 18 looks bigger than that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or the same size.
Well, this is 12 though. This isn't or 14.
That's what I'm saying, and it's almost the same size.
Yeah.
Or bigger, the UTB is.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tiny. Tiny. It's like almost got scale tires or 24 scale tires on it.
Yeah. It's an interesting size.
It's fun though.
14. I mean, for just all the scales is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep. CR12 and Enduro 12 have a great axle size for the Tonka Winnebago RC conversion. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's cool.
So that'd be another thing is if people had other trucks that they wanted to build onto that platform, that's a great reason to have more sizes for sure.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. That'd be pretty rad. Yeah, that would be cool. Or like the Barbie cars. Could probably do it with the Barbie car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so that's a good thing. If you're not into the 10th scale size, and you're coming from 18th and 24th, you might love it at the 12th. I really wanted to get one of those old Enduros. The 12.
What old?
It wasn't the Enduros. The team.
Oh, the CR12s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiogas.
And then I couldn't get my hands on one when they went out because a guy up here in Michigan was making a whole bunch of upgrade stuff for him for a while.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he is anymore, but he had a whole site in that for him making upgrades for the 12 scale. And he had cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it might be something like if you're in an area that doesn't really have good terrain for crawling, like, I don't know, somewhere that doesn't have a lot of rocks, or somewhere that only has indoor courses or something like that. It might
Mhm.
be a good truck for somewhere like that too. Because that's the thing, I think, and it would be good for an indoor course, I think, because it'd be kind of like the right size. You know what I mean? Because I know the indoor courses that I've been to for 10 scale, you kind of run the course pretty quick. And
Our
the
course is
10th,
pretty big,
yeah,
but still, you can get around pretty quick if you're hauling.
sure,
Not gates set up to force you kind of to find new lines, so
right, right,
you just take the same way most of the time, But yeah, that's what keeps ours fresh is the gates.
yeah.
It was Ethan Boeing made the CR12 upgrades, and his company was called Extreme RC 4x4. So if anybody's looking, I don't know if he still makes stuff, but I know he had a page on Facebook and some
Well,
stuff.
not none of the
Wouldn't work on
enduro,
the new one. Yeah,
yeah, Enduro 24 is totally different.
yeah.
It's got the new axles and new transmission.
But it'll show you the scale. Some
Sure,
of the videos would show, yeah.
yeah. Calder
Those
Crawl
are
says he has two CR12 Ford F-150 Lexan bodies for donors.
mm,
That's cool.
yeah, they had some good bodies for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, it would, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool for my backyard, like, because it's smaller. Like,
Hmm.
I don't like taking my tent scales out there anymore. Like, after we've started going mountain climbing with our tent scales, it's like,
Yeah, I mean the terrain
that,
you why it doesn't compare. It's like,
yeah, yeah. And so that's why the backyard's going to be, I think the backyard's going to be 18 and higher for for what I'm doing back there. Um, maybe
the
just 24.
yeah, the 24s are fun in the backyard one.
Yep.
They're fun. I can't wait to get mine back out and open. Been up and running that Red Rocks.
Oh yeah.
It's a tough course, man. It'll break some stuff for sure.
Really?
It doesn't look like it would. It's
No.
tight, man.
Yeah.
I need to get. What I haven't done yet is put any gates on it yet. I need to just force gates. So
Yeah.
it can require a bunch of tough moves if I do it.
I'm so pumped. My gates or my gate bag. What's it called? What do you call those when you order them from Teespring as a
So like
tester or whatever?
makeup pouches, makeup bags almost.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's called.
But anyway, yeah, I got.
Zippered
Huh?
pouch. The little
Yeah,
zip-
no, I just mean like it's the prototype one or whatever it is that I ordered one, and it should be here
Oh, nice.
tomorrow actually. So I am excited for that. And I put it on my Teespring. I haven't even checked to see if anyone's bought it. We'll see, because it. So I put it on Teespring for more than what it should be costed for. But I said on the Teespring thing, if you bought it and emailed me, I'd send you out the gates to go with it, and like my little gates that I make.
Yep.
And but I haven't checked to see if anyone's gotten one yet. Probably not. No, I don't. I don't do many sales on that. Hint, hint. Go check out my two. I got a new shirt coming too. That'll be cool. Oh, I should have brought my coffee cup down. My sister-in-law got me a coffee cup, and it says, "This job's really taking time from my RC car career."
That's funny.
That's pretty good. Lava rocks. Ooh, that's cool.
They are fun to crawl on. They got so much grip.
Yep. Yep. We have where is it? That place. I want to get out there. We were talking to the church that we went out and did all those. Remember how I had all that like real scale looking like small scale like safari trees and rocks and stuff I did a couple years ago. We're talking to the church out there that we did a bunch of work for to do some more murals for them. and I'm hoping it goes through so I can go out there and play. Because the best part about that is my wife paints the murals, so she can go and paint the murals, and I'll go and play on the rocks. So I'll be like, peace out, have fun.
Have fun painting.
Yep, I have a 3-day rock crawling vacation. So we'll see. But sometimes those lava rocks, I've cut tires. That's the only place I've cut tires on, are on lava rock stuff, like the pumice stone and actual we have that black lava rock. I forgot what it's called. What's it called? Obsidian. We run into that out here too, like real
Yeah.
lava, and that'll cut right through a tire.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, super sharp.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, HeyYRC. Welcome to the club. Hopefully you come back. We didn't scare you off too much.
He's
see
well
you
done.
next one.
He doesn't seem like the kind to be scared away by it too much.
So I don't know if this Thursday is another welding video that I have coming up. I think it's going this Thursday. It was supposed to go on Monday, but then last minute Sunday night, I was like, you know what? I should strike while the iron's still kind of warm and put that LMT 18 video out. So I did the buildology of the LMT, the mini LMT. But it got me all off kilter because I was up till 2 that morning, and I was like, really? Stayed up this late? All my other stuff is like workflowed, and I stayed up late for this video. Instantly regretted it. For all my 10s out there watching my videos.
Your tens of tens.
Yep. That's what I call them. I know. That's the other thing. I need to finish my podcast, dude. I need to finish it and just start another one, because it's like I listened to the podcast that I already have in the can. The last one I posted was like 3 months in the making, or a month in the making. This one's the same way. It called me what would it say? I started it 2 weeks in on December is when I said it's the second week of December and blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, I gotta just post this. So I gotta bookend that one and start another one.
Just find a way to finish to wrap it.
Yeah, I've been struggling with that. And it's like not even a good episode. It's just like I just need to start over. Start over. David Ferris says he called me a 10. That's right. You are one of my 10s. You are a 10. Very nice. All right, dude. I think we should wrap.
Wrap it.
It's been 1 hour, 37 minutes. Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.